Those are the headlines and our top focus. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned residents of Gaza City to leave. This comes hours after Israel has stated that it would ramp up airstrikes on the enclave. The Israeli Prime Minister stated that forces are now organizing and assembling into Gaza City for a ground maneuver after reportedly taking down 50 towers in 2 days. Listen in.
אני הבטחתי לכם לפני ימים אחדים שאנחנו נפיל את מגדלי הטרור בעזה. זה בדיוק מה שאנחנו עושים. ביומיים האחרונים 50 מגדלים כאלה נפלו. חיל האוויר הוריד אותם. עכשיו כל זה רק מבוא, רק ספתח לפעולה העצימה העיקרית. וזה תמרון קרקעי של כוחותינו שמתארגנים עכשיו ומתכנסים לתוך העיר עזה. ולכן אני אומר לתושבי עזה, אני מנצל את ההזדמנות הזאת ותקשיבו לי טוב. ראו הוזהרתם. צאו מ...
In a separate incident, Netanyahu has also expressed condolences to families of the 6 people killed in a shooting in Jerusalem. 2 Palestinian gunmen had opened fire at a bus stop on the outskirts of the city, and the Israeli police has described the incident as a terrorist attack, reportedly one of the deadliest in the city in the past few years. Here's what the Israeli Prime Minister had to say.
יום קשה במלחמה שלנו בטרור. 2 מחבלים מתועבים באים לתחנת אוטובוס, יורים באוטובוס, רוצחים 6 מאזרחינו היקרים. אני שולח תנחומים למשפחות, ואני שולח גם איחולי החלמה לפצועים.
Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has also denounced the attack in Jerusalem. Let's take a closer look at what his spokesperson had to say.
And earlier today, you saw that we issued a statement in which the Secretary General strongly condemned the terror attack on a bus in Jerusalem, in which at least 6 people were killed and many others injured. He conveys his heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims and wishes a full and speedy recovery to those.
With us on the broadcast is Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev. He's a former Indian diplomat joining us live from New Delhi. Thank you so much for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX World. A lot of developments have been taking place in the Middle East. We've seen what the Israelis are describing as a terrorist attack take place yesterday in Jerusalem, where around 5 people have lost their lives. 15 plus have been injured as well. This took place at a bus station in northern Jerusalem. That's not all. We are also seeing further warnings now being put forth by the United Nations as far as the dire condition in the Gaza Strip is concerned. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has also issued what he claimed as a last warning to Hamas to reach a ceasefire deal. Where do you think the war is headed next?
Good question, but very difficult to answer. Middle East is a place where things cannot be predicted because they are not linear developments, each following the preceding one. There are a number of developments that point to an end game being close, but we have been there before many times. Firstly, we have this Gaza City assault where over 1 million people are absconded, and Israel is determined to bring it under its own control. It believes that this is the last vestige of Hamas, and many of the 48 living or dead Israeli hostages could be there. On the other hand, President Trump has issued a warning, as you said, to Hamas to accept his own terms for the ceasefire. Israel has already indicated the ceasefire acceptance. Basically, the ceasefire talks about 60 days of cessation of hostilities, during which a deal to permanently bring peace to Gaza would be negotiated, and withdrawal of Israeli army would perhaps be possible. but then there are no commitments from Israeli side, and that's what makes Hamas hedge its bet. Hamas insists that any deal should have full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza on the cards. But that is not what Israel wants to do. It just wants to finish off Hamas and make sure that Gaza does not pose any future threat of the kind that happened on October 7, 2023. On the other hand, we also have a flotilla cutting across Mediterranean, bringing aid to Gaza. That you have already mentioned. It represents the humanitarian crisis and efforts to ameliorate it, but it remains to be seen whether third such attempt to bring relief by sea to Gazans who have been denied full access to food and medicines for quite some time is going to be more successful than the previous ones. Thank you.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX World.